Okay. Now, the earth is spherical, but objects are held properly on the surface of the earth. Okay, the earth is spherical. We know that already. Okay, in lower classes, you have listened that you may have thought that earth is spherical in shape. It is not completely circular in shape, and not completely. That but objects are held properly on the surface of the earth. Okay, now, wherever something is kept on the earth, that will be held properly. That won't jump out of the earth into the atmosphere, into the space, and that will remain on the earth. Just for example, while you are jumping on the earth, again you are jumping on the earth surface, you remain on the earth. You do not escape out of the earth. Okay, you won't go to the space by jumping. Well, it's not so easy to go to this space. Eh? It is very hard. You must have to apply more amount of force. You must have to apply a tremendous amount of force so that you can go to the space. Look at the rocket. The rocket uses a large amount of force. We can see the amount of force while looking at the fire, which is burning in its tail. I don't tell my kids, we can guess how much energy is required to go to the space. So everything in the Earth surface is attracted by the Earth. It doesn't let it go. Even the birds are being attracted in the Earth surface. They are attracted time to time, and they are moving in. They are flying in the sky. That doesn't mean that they are not being attracted. They are being attracted like us. Right? The Earth is pulling them also, but there are some sort of phenomenon that helps them to fly on the sky. Even the aeroplanes, they are facing gravitational force. They are also being attracted. Right? We are living at the land and they are just flying in the sky. But the thing is same. All the things, all the bodies in the earth is attracted by the gravitational force of the earth. Everything. Even the rain also, the rain also is attracted by the earth, by the gravity of the earth. So that's why the rain won't go up, it will come down, and due to gravitational force of the earth. If there would not have been gravitational force, that is, if there would be about zero gravitational force, then the rain will not have dropped into the earth's surface, and that won't be possible because there would be nothing to attract the drops of water, that is the rain, and there will be nothing, there will be no force either to attract those drops. Due to that drops, the rain is dropping, the rain is coming to the earth surface. And also, so if there was no gravitational force, there was no gravity on the earth, then if we have joined with a little bit more energy, with a little bit more force, then we'll have reached the space. It will have more easier to go to the space if there is no gravitational field. Okay, that's fine. That's entertaining factor. But due to the gravity, if there would be no gravity, there would be some disadvantage also. Just for example, look at the atmosphere. Again, in atmosphere, it's being held by the earth gravitational force. Again, earth gravitational force. Okay, so the different atmospheres. Okay, atmosphere we have got oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, inert gas. We have got several kind of gases which is necessary for us, right? Which is necessary for us to live in the atmosphere that is being held by the by the gravitational force of the earth. And if there would have been no gravity, then that will have escaped in this space, and the earth will not have will not have the atmosphere. Let's say example of moon. The moon has less amount of gravity. I moon ma less amount of gravity. Okay. Due to that factor, the atmosphere of the moon will escape into the space. That's why it is very hard to find atmosphere. It is very hard to find oxygen in the moon. That's the factor. If moon also had got the gravity, have got more amount of gravity, then there there would be atmosphere. The atmosphere will not be right? Due to the gravity, there is no atmosphere. I we have got region also. The earth has atmosphere, but moon doesn't. Why? There is a question, because the earth has gravity and have gravity, but moon have got less amount of gravity. Right? Moon was a less parts. We have got that in exercise. Now it is the force of gravity. Again, now we are coming with the question: what the thing that keeps the object stuck to its surface? What the thing that makes the object stuck on the earth, and that makes the object not to escape from the earth, that makes the object not to go into the space? केले गर्दा अर्थ सबै object के हुन्छ अर्थ नै बसिरहेको छ, अर्थ छोडेर गएको छैन भने हैन. What the thing? The answer is a single word, that is gravity. If you want to tell it in long form, we call that as gravitational force. Right? The force of gravity that acts toward the center of the earth and holds everything on its surface. Now, here the direction also. Now, if anybody told what the direction of gravitational force, what will it tell? What the direction of gravitational force? What it is? Neither down nor up nor right nor to the left. It is what it is towards the center of the earth. It is the direction. The direction of the gravitational force is towards the center of the earth. It is always active toward the center. Wherever you are sitting, wherever you are standing, wherever you are living, it is always toward the center. And that the direction. You will not tell that the gravity is acted downwards. What is downward? Maybe there may be other something also. Okay, we have got a story also that down on the earth, if we go about the diameter of the earth, that 1256 kilometer, then we can reach up to America also. We have got the story also. Okay, is America, is that USA attracting us? Not that thing. The center of the earth is attracting. So what the direction of the earth is center of the center of the earth. I will tell like this. I the random people won't ask you that what is the direction of the gravity, and that won't be asked, and no one will come to ask you questions. And plus two you have got Viva, which exam portion which coming for Viva, but now in this class you don't have got those kind of thing. Okay? But you must know. You should have to know the concept about this. And somehow, if I ask the question again, if I will get the chance to make the question, then I will make such kind of things. Right? So remember the direction of gravity also. Now I think I've understood up here what is my gravity and how does it work. Right? Gravity. Now, do you think the heads of the people standing at point A and B is pointing toward the sky? Or what do you think? Their heads are pointing toward the sky or not? Standing. Huh? What do you think about this? Is it always pointing toward the sky or what? Is it always pointing toward the sky?
Yes.
Yes. It is always pointing toward the sky. Why does it happen? Because of gravity. It happens because of gravity. So gravity affects the flying body. Okay, I've told that again. Anything that will be flying object also, all the things are being affected by the gravity. And water flowing in the river, okay, that is also being affected. That is moving. That doesn't mean that it doesn't have got gravitational force. Right? The gravitational force is not acted on it. It's not that thing, right? The water flowing in a river also is also experiencing some gravitational force. And moving here, again, the moving here, okay, just look at that. Okay, the thing which we cannot see, that is here, that is also experiencing the gravitational force. even the atoms, molecules, which you have been reading in chemistry, that also is experiencing the gravitational force. Similarly, running car, okay, the running car is also experiencing it. Ship also, which is moving on the surface of the water, that is also acting or experience, sorry, not acting, right? That is the wrong word used here. Experiencing the gravitational force and the aeroplane, that the flying object. Now, and not only ship, which is on the surface of the water, the submarines which lies under the water, that is also experiencing some gravitational field. You may not know what is submarine. Let me take example of bucket under the water. Again, we keep the bucket under the water so that we can take our water from the well, especially again from the well. That bucket will also experience the gravitational force. Right? Everything, every activity that we perform is affected by gravity. Again, we walk, we sit, we stand, everything is being affected by the gravitational field. Everything, right? Sitting, walking, carrying loads, etc. So that's we feel happier. Right? Due to the gravitational force, we feel happier to carry the loads. If you carry the same load, that is, if you carry the same bucket of water, after going to the moon, you will feel lighter. Hold on, okay? What will happen? Because there is less gravitational force. Look at that advantage. If there is no gravitational force, it will have been easier to carry the loads. Now, maybe you will carry 40 kg of load now, right? But if you go to the moon, as there is less gravity, you will carry 6 times more. That is, you can carry about 240 kg of load on the moon. And we'll let that we know why 6 times, only 6 times, 8 times, 7 times, I will know that also. We have got that thing also in next topic. Right? So it will be easier if you have the if you have less gravity or no gravity. But if you have got more gravity, it will be even more difficult. Just for example, if you look at the gravity, or let us say acceleration due to gravity of the Jupiter, it is 25.6 meter per second. And the acceleration due to gravity of the Jupiter, look at the, I just compare the gravity of the Earth, that is 9.8, and the gravity of Jupiter 25.6. Look at the difference. That with that value, that acceleration due to gravity value also makes it a lot difference in gravitational force. Right? It will be very difficult to lift that same load which you are lifting on the earth. They don't like it would be more heavier. Right? Right? So if you're able to if you are able to carry the same load which are carrying on the earth in the Jupiter also, that means you are powerful. You are something like abnormal. I remember that. Right? There is some answer, answer. If you go to the Jupiter and if you go to moon, it will be lighter. Right? The weight will decrease. Now, everything around the earth falls towards the center. Everything, okay? That may be, that could be anything. That all the thing falls towards the center always, right? The effect of gravity is more on the heavier object and less on the lighter object. Right? In the lighter object, the gravitational force is experienced less, and on the heavier object, it is experienced more. So that's why heavier objects are but are more heavier. They are very difficult to lift. Again, lift like them car person. But lighter objects are very easy to lift. Okay, they are very easy to carry. Why does that happen? Because lighter objects face less gravitational force, a lighter object, and heavier will face more gravitational force. Just for example, if someone will pull you with less force, and that will be that will be very easy. You will feel very easy to escape out. But someone is pulling, again pulling with more amount of force, then it will be very difficult for you to escape. And the same thing is here. The gravitational force is applying, it's applying more force. That's why you feel happier. If the gravitational force is being applied in less amount, you will feel lighter. The same thing is being done. Right? That was linear, pulling and pushing a linear again straight at you. This is vertical, horizontal and vertical. The difference is that one. And the effect of gravity, okay, that's finished. Like Earth, satellites also have their own gravity. Either the satellite that is moon, we have got our own natural satellite that is moon, also called as lunar also. Right? That has got its own gravity. Right? All the things. Right? Every heavenly body have got its gravitational force, which I have thought up to now. Right? The heavenly body which I have thought up to now have got its own gravity. I have gravity बात बोलते हैं. ऐसा सुनेगा जाते हैं. not सुनेगा तो I don't know about that, right? Gravity is the force of attraction experienced by an object kept inside the gravitational field of a body discussed at the very beginning of this topic, gravity. Gravity is the measurement of gravitational force between a planet and object on it, and it's the weight of the object on the planet. Again, it's the measurement of gravitational force. But the gravitational force we are if we are measuring that, that means we are dealing with the gravity. Right? The measuring the gravitational force means the gravity between what? Between a planet and object. Right? Or maybe called as heavenly body and object also, right? Heavenly body and object that will be comfortable, that will be suitable to put here. Right? There should be a heavenly body on it, and it is the weight of the object on the planet. Again, the gravitation field is the weight of the object. And what is that weight? You have done in this junior class is that weight equals to mg, weight equals to mg. You have to get the formula. What is that weight? How does that come? That weight comes due to the gravity. If something is experiencing the gravitational force, then that is called as the weight. Then I'm the weight once, right? That's the thing here. Right? The weight, the gravitational force is creating the weight of the object on the heavenly body. Right? If the gravitational force is zero, that means the weight will also be zero. That there won't be no weight. Right? This also proves it. Again, if the gravitational force or gravity is zero, that means the weight will also be zero of that object. This proves that there is a relation between the gravitational force and the weight. Right? They are related with each other. Therefore, gravity is the total weight. What is it? Finished. 7. Okay, I haven't done 8 and 9. Okay, then we'll continue from tomorrow from here, right? Do that 2 questions and send me the photo, right? All those one.
Sir.
Yes.
So when each masses are doubled and distance is also doubled, भनेपछि त्यो एन्सरमा के f मात्र आयो भने के लेख्ने अनि therefore मा
The gravitational force remain unchanged लेखे पनि भयो, चेन्ज हुँदैन भने लेखे पनि भयो, or you can tell it remains the same भने लेखे पनि भयो, right? Or the gravitational force doesn't change. Whatever you like, okay? First language, full language texture, it depends on you. Just tell that it doesn't change. Right? Meaning के लाग्नु पर्यो, change हुँदैन लाग्नु पर्यो. Others will be the same. Right? Okay, that will be a work, right? Those click the picture and send me it. I inbox me. Inbox me, not in the group chat. So can I end this one?
Yes, sir.